They could have had him voice this. Yo, get to the chopper! We have to get out of here! We only need the leader!
We had questions.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
Did the other car blow up? Is that why he went to court?
I'm trying to think who this dude looks like. He looks like some actor. I'm trying to figure out who it is.
James Earl Jones.
Welcome back to another episode of G2A Unlocked.
Your gateway to adventure.
My name is Max.
And I'm Forrest.
And we have another special guest, my man Tyler in the building. What's good, bro?
What's up, sir?
I don't know if I deserve a round of applause for just sitting here at this moment.
Nah, you made
You
it.
showed
brother.
up.
Yeah,
You
we
showed
appreciate
up.
you for showing up. Because we've had a couple creators be like, oh, that was today? You must not want to get paid.
Nah, I got a calendar and everything. I keep track of
Nice.
stuff.
Yeah, you sound like you're more organized than me. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm going back like, who was today? Hold on.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. But yeah, welcome. And how was the drive? Was it smooth?
Yeah, went smoothly. You know, I don't actually own a car, so I rented a car to drive out here.
That is awesome.
For a second, when you said rented, it sounded like you said runted. And my brain thought you were going to say, I don't have a car, so I ran over here.
Yeah, I got a Flintstones car and just pedaled my way all the way down. And
Ranted.
I rented.
I ranted at a car. I was just really mad at it. Like,
That's dedication, though. Appreciate you, man, for that, brother.
No, of
we
course,
wouldn't
of
want
course.
you like skateboarding or like rollerblading over here.
Right.
I mean, I could have taken my e-bike, but it would have ran out of juice about halfway
Yeah.
through, and I was like, nah.
That's why you go to full speed and you cut it off. And you just try to coast for a block. And you cut it back on and you ramp up and then you coast.
I'll just buy 2 other batteries, throw them in my backpack, and swap them out.
Or that.
Do
That
some
probably
hot swaps.
sounds heavy though.
A little bit.
Yeah.
That's like I
Yeah.
always used to think when, like, you know, people live in the high desert and they say, like, you want to come down, it was like, I don't have gas. I'm like, you don't need gas.
Right.
Just go down, just cut the
Just
car
coast.
off and go down the mountain.
Right.
You can cut it off, put the car in neutral, and just roll.
And I've
yeah,
actually
that's-
done that before, coming down the hill a long time ago when I had a Honda. I actually blew a motor on that freeway long time ago.
Yeah, I used to live in Colorado for a couple years, and so I'd drive up to visit my brother who lived up there at the
Yeah.
ski resort, and I'd just coast down the mountain when I got back.
Nice.
You just let gravity handle business.
Yeah, the
sure.
only difference there is you will wear out your brake pads because you can't engine brake because it'll cause avalanches.
Why? It was the echo
Oh,
of
snaps.
the.
Yeah, of the mountains with the snow on them. So if it's wintertime, no engine brakes allowed.
Is that
Wow.
part of, like, when you go to get your license? Is that part of the things you gotta know? Like, how do people know this?
There's signs on the road
Oh.
say no engine brake.
Gotcha.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of anything like that before.
Man.
Wow. That's cool.
The more you know.
Well, not cool. Well, it's not cool, but it is interesting. Well, cool, man. Like I said, thank you so much for tapping in with us and pulling up today. Tell me a little bit about your career and gaming and, you know, how that all goes together. I'm so excited to hear it.
Yeah, it's actually kind of wild because the reason I got into this industry had nothing to do with me gaming. It's
Sure.
because one of my friends that I grew up with, I've known him since we were little, like middle school.
Yeah.
And he's one of the biggest YouTubers in the world, Markiplier.
Yeah.
And I actually went to grad school, got my master's degree. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff. And one day I'm working at a car dealership. I'm selling new cars. And couldn't find a job in my field. Like, I was working at Dick's Sporting Goods with a master's degree.
Yeah.
Then went to selling new cars, new Toyotas. Well, Mark one day calls me and says, hey, how about you come out here and work with me?
Yeah.
Dang.
And that's kind of history. And
That's
Mark
dope.
wouldn't be where he is without video games. So my entire career is based around the fact that video games took off for him. And then I ended up in the industry and got into the space. Now, that's not to say I didn't play video games growing up. But
Right. That's
That was a big-
fantastic.
That's
man.
dope. That's actually dope.
For real. Like how you just kind of like fell into
You
it.
got pulled. You got.
Yeah. I
pulled
guess
into
pull and then fell. Because if you get pulled, what if you trip? I tried to keep going on that one, but it just wasn't working. The fact that you were able to keep a straight face throughout that joke was diabolical. Like, I still don't know how you still have a straight face. It's good.
I'm just disappointed in you.
Why?
The fact that it's one. You know when somebody say something that don't make no sense.
yeah, that's me
And-
all the time.
But then they kind of just be like, yeah. He was like, no, I'm gonna over-explain this until it makes sense. And I'm just.
See, that's why we're on the couch together, because I'm the same type of personality. I'll say some outlandish stuff and try and explain it because in my head it connects, but nobody else understands the connection.
I just felt like it was time for me to connect with the people watching because they all gonna be like,
they're gonna laugh though, and they're gonna be looking at you like that was kind of funny.
They're gonna laugh at me because they're gonna be like, what the hell is he? Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Got it.
Somebody there gets it.
Anyways, before I was rudely interrupted,
all I did was look at the camera. I said not a word.
Well, you're
Did
gonna
I
be.
say a word? I didn't say a word.
Well, I said that because you're gonna be editing this, and we already know you're gonna zoom in on your own face and be like, "See."
No, that's not good. I did a dramatic neck turn, so I don't have to zoom in. It wasn't subtle. It was nothing subtle. Usually, if I just do this, then I wanted.
It was that clear eye roll, side eye, like.
Nah, I just looked at the camera like, people.
That's crazy.
What's going on?
But anyways, before I was rudely interrupted.
You interrupted yourself.
What? So you're in gaming. What exactly are you doing with Mark? Like you guys are on the podcast or?
So for a number of years, like I produced for him. I was creative director on a lot of different things, acting, all that stuff. But I also during that time when we weren't doing stuff for like sketch comedy, some like live action challenge videos, stuff like that. He pushed me to get into Twitch streaming. And so I started Twitch streaming back in 2017.
Nice.
2018 was really when I started getting into it more and more. Yeah. But kind of started gaming from there. COVID took over. I spent a lot of time with that. And I actually took 3 years off from streaming and just came back January of this year.
Wow.
What brought you back?
I wanted to come back. The reason I stopped was because the podcast kind of took over my life.
Yeah.
Which is my podcast, Go My Favorite Sports Team, where I teach Mark sports.
That's cool.
Comedy first, educational sports second.
That's cool. Awesome. That's a good angle. Like that's something you won't necessarily think about. So it's kind of cool how you guys came up with that concept.
Yeah, the crazy idea about it was the concept came about when we were filming In Space with Markiplier down in Texas. Mark had started his other podcast, Distractable, with Bob and Wade, and he wanted to do something with me. And he was like, "Oh yeah, sports has been a big part of your life," because I was a college athlete.
All right.
I won state in high school and playing water polo.
Nice.
And so sports have been a big part of my life growing up and all through into college. And
you won state?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So so he kind of spurred that idea, and I was like, we started talking about it, and I was like, I don't even know what we'd talk about, but it's kind of interesting because the majority of people that are gamers, there's a large percentage that are super anti-sports.
Really?
And a lot of the reason for that has to do with like bad interactions, different things that exist. So like the majority of Mark's fandom is like big anti-sports, anti-jock, all that stuff. You know, because
that makes sense.
Different dynamics in high school. Like if you're the nerdy kid,
you're not
you got the
also
jocks.
a gamer.
Yeah, stereotypical stuff. But
that's crazy though. I did like a whole segment on like a lot of athletes being gamers and how there's a lot of benefits to being an athlete and a gamer, where you can use a lot of your hand-eye coordination and a lot of different things that correlate in both. You know.
Oh, and we can talk about that in a bit. But the podcast kind of came about in the fact that there's not really a gateway for people who didn't grow up with sports to learn about sports, because you turn on ESPN and all you hear is stats, jargon, all this stuff, and it's like, that's not teaching me anything. I don't know what that means.
Throwing data at you and then they're leaving and you're like, what just happened? All you see is highlights, but they don't explain stuff. So.
It's like if you walk into the doctor's office and they're talking about all the different parts of the body and stuff, and you're like, I don't know, just tell me what's wrong with me.
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. For sure.
That was kind of the dynamic that came up with our podcast. Was Mark didn't know that part of my life, and I figured we could create an opening for people to better connect with other people that are big into sports. Like, I mean, dads in particular. A lot of people have rough relationships with their dad because they don't have combined passions or various other things, and it's just an opening gateway for people to learn about sports and maybe find a passion in it.
Yeah. That's cool. That's really dope.
Yeah. That's one thing about gaming. Like, it just brings us all together. So much fun. You know, I really enjoy gaming with others. Playing Breath of the Wild is probably one of the only games I've played in a long time where I'm just playing by myself.
Yeah.
But even then, my wife is playing her Switch, and she's playing Hello Kitty while I'm playing Breath of the Wild. So we're still kind of gaming together, but just separately, I guess you could say. She has Breath of the Wild too, but I think she's very intimidated by how much stuff you have to do and like.
Oh, for sure.
It's a lot.
If we could play together, like if we could join a party together, she'd probably be more down to play it. But like she's very like, I don't know if I'm like really down for that right now.
Yeah, because
so.
you got to be down to do. It's so much stuff like from like fishing to like just they made it to where you kind of have to create stuff and learn stuff, and because they did that mechanic, those people that don't have patience, it's very hard to play that game.
It is.
Like an hour and a half in, you're like, I don't feel like going over there. Like I don't want to have to figure out a way to like where's the ice jacket at? Like I'm like you die from getting in the cold, and you're like where the clothes at? Like which town do I get the clothes from?
Well, and that's the other cool thing about gaming is there's so many people out there that are willing to put out tutorials and help you in that stuff.
Right.
Like it's not like it's in your face,
True.
but you can go and find it if you need to, if you get frustrated.
Very true.
Or skill-based work like with Rocket League, for example, like learning how to do jumps and be able to do that sort of stuff. It's crazy how much tutelage exists, whereas like when we were growing up,
You know, nothing.
it was like your dad. Or you'd get the little book you get at the game store, and it'd have the info on, you know, where all the secret items are in Pokemon Red.
Right.
It's like PC game. No, it was a Informer. Was it an Informer magazine or something?
Informer magazine. Yeah, Game Informer. Yeah. Or you get Nintendo magazine too.
Like Toys R Us. Like I think Toys R Us had like the little section that had like they had all the little instruction books. You had like they had the Metroid guides and stuff like that.
Yeah. Crazy thing is, my brother and I actually saved up to buy the N64. We co-opted to get that together. And so, like, when I moved, my mom and my dad, because my brother's 2 years older than me, were like, are you going to take the N64? And I said, no. That's not mine. That's ours.
Yeah.
I can't take it away from where our communal space is. So that still will forever remain there.
The fact that you still have that there is incredible.
Yeah.
I wish I still had mine.
We have our OG Game Boys. We've got both of the Game Gears. Like
we don't have none of our stuff. And like we had a Nintendo 64, but it was my brother's.
Yeah.
And like he let it be known, this is mine.
What were you playing on 64?
Played Mario Kart, Mario Party. Mario Party was one of my all-time favorite games.
Yeah.
My brother got Ocarina of Time, so we played that.
That's like my favorite Link game.
We had XG2 or whatever that was. It was the bike game that came as a package deal when that 64 came out. That was nuts. My brother and I, that was the one game we cooperatively beat. Most of the time, like if he was playing Zelda, I'd just sit there and watch. I'd kick his ass in Mario Party. It was very competitive in Mario Kart.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like for us, we would watch each other play. He didn't care to play the Zelda games, so but he played all the Metal Gear. So I couldn't wait to watch him play Metal Gear because I thought watching Metal Gear is dope. It's like watching a movie.
For sure.
You get to watch them. They gotta live out the stress, but you get to enjoy the ride. So yeah, like those are games that he didn't really care to play, but he liked watching me play. So that's kind of cool that y'all got the color. I don't think we couldn't collab on stuff because, and we always joke about this. My brother's like inherently evil. So it always turned into me against him, even though we're on the same team. Like playing games like Bubble Bobble. Do you remember Bubble Bobble?
No.
That was that's a Nintendo game. But like any kind of game, he had to be on the other team. Racing games, it was, and I can't remember the name of it on the Nintendo 64. It's my favorite racing game ever. But the cars took damage, and they could explode. One time we were doing a race, and I was winning because he picked a Suburban. I'm like, why you pick a Suburban? It ain't fast enough. He picked a Suburban. I had like the little, I think it might have been like a Subaru or something. I really, honestly, or like a Civic.
Old school Outback or something.
It was something like that. But like it was faster than his car. So I'm like racing and I'm looking in the rearview mirror, he's nowhere to be found. So I turn this corner and then boom, he's just slamming against the wall. I'm in flames and he's busting up laughing. He turned his Suburban around and was watching my side of the screen to line his car up and just like burst me into flames. But it scared the hell out of me because I'm like, what? Because there's traffic, but there's no reason that could happen. He like T-boned me up against the rail. It was the most hilarious stuff. But after that, he realized this Suburban can blow up any car in the game. So after that, he was always trying to line up. Like we had a curb, he was going straight. Like he was just lining up and just blowing me up the whole race. To whereas the fact that I had to race for my life.
Right, yeah, it's like Bowser in Mario Kart 64.
Basically.
That's an insane story, bro. For sure. That's crazy.
How many wrecks has your brother been in since then? Does he own a Suburban and is he now headhunting?
He's had a Suburban before. He's been in one accident, but it really wasn't his fault. Like he went to court and everything, so it wasn't his fault.
All right.
We questioned. We had questions.
Yeah.
But it wound up it wasn't his fault.
Did the other car blow up? Is that why he went to court?
Other car blow up is crazy.
It didn't. But the lady did run a red light and went into court and was like, the light was green. But people that was there saw it happen, so people came to court because she was like he was just sitting in the middle of the road. he was waiting to turn, and she literally, it was the 3 lanes. It was cars in those lanes, and she wanted to go straight. So she literally went to the turning lane to go through but it was like all the other cars were parked. Like they were sitting at the light, so she kind of had no leg to stand on because people were actually sitting at the light. So she went around them and hit him in the middle of the street.
That's insane.
Karma, though. It's kind of karma.
Wild.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Bobby.
That's what you get, Bobby.
It's karma.
Well, you are the guest. You definitely get a chance to do the honors and lock
right.
it in first.
Now have permission.
I'm going to go ahead and take out some worms then.
Yeah, well, my boy right here, he's already holding his stomach.
He's lactose intolerant. I can tell. I can tell.
All right, where's the toilet?
Ain't that the dude?
What the?
Dang.
That's what them worms dried up look like on the side of the road.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
Jeez, what's going on?
I don't know. This looks like a disease
rough out
situation
here,
more
yeah.
than anything else. Man.
How he end up right there, though?
I don't know. He also is so clean compared to everyone else. I mean, look how clean he is.
Yeah, for my boy got a
His
lineup. He got
like,
a paper.
nice.
He probably piled bodies on top of him and was like, I'm going to survive.
That's crazy.
He ain't sunburned or nothing.
Yeah. You think a worm made this tunnel? You think we're walking into a worm trap?
Maybe not. I don't think so.
I mean, well, yeah, it's not. Whoa.
There's a wall here.
Okay.
Oh, you could jump at least.
I figured that out.
To the right. Yes.
Oh, here we go.
You can get a knife.
Take Frem kit.
The Frem kit has a knife in it.
Push X. Let's see.
I'm pushed X and it's not doing it. Oh, there we go. Now we got a cutscene.
The other X. I know
I didn't
you
realize
a
that
PlayStation
somebody
controller?
was on
No, I was hitting X on Xbox and I was
Oh.
like, it just wasn't doing it. I had to hold it for a sec or something.
Now you got a backpack.
Oh, I got crafting.
Allows you to craft useful items from components you find in the world.
You
a
craft a
scrap metal
shank.
knife.
They got shanks in this game.
Hey,
It's an interesting shank.
back to prison we go.
Right?
That
He
knife
probably
looked
got out
like-
of prison. That's the first thing you make
That
is a
knife
shiv.
looked like he would cut himself with.
Right? Don't squeeze that too hard.
Damn, that's a big one.
Oh, it's a moisture seal. That's
Oh,
what
that's
it is.
cool.
Okay.
So now he's basically just like ruining this other place.
I am dehydrated.
What's up in here?
You need to roll in the
Hydrate.
You need to
Yeah.
roll in the plants.
Need to drink some flowers, man.
Got water in the flower.
Yep. You
Dew
you
limit
gotta suck
reached.
the dew.
Oh,
You
it's
gotta
sucking
suck
out the dew.
out the leaves.
That's right.
Suck the dew.
Hold up.
You gotta do what you gotta do to live. It's all about
I'm
survival.
doing it, okay?
Yes, do it.
Do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Like literally drinking that water off the
Right?
plants.
That's funny because initially when you said Discovery Channel, that's not the first picture that came to my head.
That's totally fair. I mean, we all know what this song's all about.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dew. They're trying to have me harvest plant fiber from these ones. Okay.
The bush just disintegrates.
Hey, listen, I'm a free solo rock climber. I can climb that stuff too. So
That's what's up.
I mean, we don't know if he is.
You were just extremely talented.
Right?
That's
But you
why
done
my
done
boy was like,
everything.
yeah, bro, I can play guitar, snowboard.
I never said I could play. I've been teaching myself
I could-
guitar
I
for
could
a
guitar-
while.
I
mean, anybody can play,
play the guitar while
but
snowboarding.
play it well.
Yeah, that's
Different
true.
I want to
story.
see you going down a mountain on a snowboard with a guitar in your hand.
On one board, one thing. Skis, maybe I could do that, but I haven't done that for a decade. Why would it be easier on a board? You're just going sideways.
You don't have to worry about all 4 limbs. If
Yeah,
it's
but
a
then I
board-
can kneel and put it on my knee, and
His lineup, his barber is like immaculate.
That's what I'm saying. My boy got a.
Oh, we got Assassin's Creed crossover over here.
Yes.
He does look like a
You're
Assassin's
not
Creed.
quite dead.
That bat is weird.
I'm trying to think
Now
who this
you
dude
know
looks
the
like. He
thing
looks
that
like
few
some
with
actor.
the
I forgot who it is.
So, for many, the
James
last
Earl
thing
Jones.
they saw before they were slaughtered.
You are crazy. That's the one thing I'd have never thought. his last motion capture job. James Earl Jones.
That looks sick.
It really does, though.
Like a
This
fortress.
hollow deck.
Let us speak of our escape.
To have all this conversation if the storm was coming.
Da, da, da,
Right?
da,
Y'all could have
da.
been walking and talking.
No, where's your water? Okay, the water
Stick
level's
to
on
the
the left.
shadows, Off-worlder.
Yeah.
I think
There we
you,
go.
I think you should have drank a little bit more water when you was in that cave.
It's not letting me, man.
You're supposed to pass out.
Oh, there we go.
You were having a problem with this X button.
It's just some of them are hold. Sometimes you gotta press it. It's not telling you which. Oh yeah, I need to stick to the shadows. There's no shade here.
Right?
Oh, you know what
really?
also hydrates?
You don't
Fire.
care about your life.
Fire's the most hydrating thing imaginable.
Yeah.
Oh, there's even a sun indicator. Look at that.
Oh yeah. So I guess you.
Don't worry, I'll get some fiber. We can bandage up. Alright, it says I'm full. Let's get in this shade. Look at this.
You're unsheltered.
I have a feeling
The
this
guards have
glowing
sealed
thing
themselves
is
inside.
where we're supposed to go.
Search the prisoners
Probably.
for a cut array. And off-worlder, be careful.
He gave me a weapon. I mean, gave you a weapon. Was there something else on the ground?
I don't know. What's
Oh,
that?
there's a button here.
I think that's a. Is that a thing, or does that mean you can climb inside there?
Equip Cuddle Ray.
That shank's break.
a
It's
shank?
99%.
Maybe it was this. Ah.
Oh, is that a weapon?
Can I just... Am I not pressing the take all?
A, or the hold.
Ah, there we go. Now I should have the Cuddle Ray.
You don't have enough power to use it.
You're not strong enough,
The cut
Anakin.
array is primarily a mining tool, off-worlder. You'll need it for harvesting. Using it to cut open ships is an added benefit.
I think you're supposed to do it up
Yeah, you're
there.
supposed to do it on the ship. not the
Run
rock.
out of power.
Come on!
My boy trying to cut the rock.
Right.
Alright, it says left. See, now it's not even shooting.
Oh, well, do the LT. Maybe you gotta analyze where to use it. He's like, who cares? Left trigger.
I don't even know what I'm
About to end
analyzing at this
episode
point.
in front of this. Or maybe now check the rock. I don't know. See?
I was right the whole
But
time.
you
We're
had to
right.
cut it in a certain area.
We was talking smack.
Can you fire now? Thank you.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, I hit that spot. You know, they could have just let it
hit
win.
roundabout.
So it looks like it makes you scan first. Like you couldn't just do it without scanning.
Almost.
Am I out of power
You out of
already?
Power now. See?
Oh, it takes a while to recharge.
There we go.
Man, I feel like this is rock mining simulator at
Captain's
this
room is
point.
blocked
Deep
by
Rock
a
Galactic.
pentashield. You'll need a pentashield key to pass through. See if there's another way forward.
Well, there's definitely a
Of course
way
there is.
forward. Aha!
To the right. Ah.
You must kill the hinges.
Ready your weapon, off-worlder. The guards won't hesitate.
Thank that dude.
Neither should
You
you.
gonna set him on fire?
I want to see if I can just shoot him.
Light attacks are quick. Multiple light attacks in succession will stagger the target.
You telling me this thing can cut rocks, but it can't hit him? That's some BS.
Damn. Damn.
Oh yeah. Oh
Get
yeah.
shanked.
he
Get
was
shanked.
prisoner
Get
for real.
shanked. Get shanked. Get shanked.
I'm dead.
What's up, Shank?
Yeah, all he had was bandages. Didn't he have a knife?
Left trigger parry. And you can
He
block.
knows what LT.
Parry your opponents just as
Bro, I
their
just
strikes
figured
will
out
hit
that
you.
LT
This should stagger them, giving you
Oh,
a
somebody else
window
came
of
in.
I did not
Where'd she come from?
know if that's what that meant. You about to square up? Ooh. Ooh. Nice block.
Trying to time it first, though. Dang, timing that's hard.
Blocking with your forearm.
I'll block with my body.
Nice.
Now take this.
Nice parry.
Oh,
Just stab you in the groin.
I might not
I
survive
don't
this
think you will.
instructional.
Oh, get him.
Ooh.
Wow. My boy hit that
Yeah,
side
homeboy
step
is
one.
quick.
Oh, I was trying to use my
Homeboy
bandages.
is not gonna let you bandage in front of him like that.
Dang.
He said, "Yeah." He took him that.
All right, I don't need to parry.
He
Give me
lets
that.
you. He lets you
now
do
you
that.
gotta pop those fangs.
How you talk mess but didn't wait to get stabbed?
Right.
That's
I don't know. That's what I do.
you talk mess and wait to get stabbed.
Yeah, man. That's the way to go.
Wow, so there's another one.
I am critically injured. Does that mean I'm bleeding?
Maybe.
What does it mean? All right, so circle means I can go.
Yep.
All right. I got a
Direction
dash.
Direction dash.
You got dash for your
Out of
life.
the staggered state.
I have a feeling you're gonna die soon.
Water discipline. Give me some water. That's right. Yeah. I'm hydrated now.
Right.
No thirsty boys here.
Most hydrated you been in days.
So far, I'm digging the graphics.
2 people. Oh, we got a shield.
Oh, snap. Hold the slow blade attack on the staggered enemy.
Oh, so you gotta parry first.
A swift attack can force your enemy off balance, but only a slow blade penetrates a shield.
Stop moving and get this slow blade.
Nice. Ooh.
Who you moving for?
No.
You said nice when the other dude dodged. Are you wishing downfall on
Yes.
our guest?
I mean, why not? I never said I was good at games.
we supposed to be cheering you on.
Ooh.
She's waiting for that.
Oh, you.
It's a game of chess.
Nice. Dang.
Also, if you block enough, it staggers too.
Shields up.
Yeah.
This game's tight.
Yo, lady.
The longest knife fight.
Got her
It's a
again.
pretty long
Ooh.
knife fight for real.
Shield on.
Oh, you only gotta do it 3 times. So you only have to do the slow blade 3 times, but you gotta stagger first. You gotta stagger them.
Yeah, you just slash her once, and then she gets staggered.
Yeah, grab those bandies and go head
Give
on
me
the
a,
heal up here.
yeah, you know, I need those heals.
You only had that one last one.
That was it. It was good. You know, all I need is a
Right.
little coverage
That's
for
the
my
shield's
wounds.
key. Once you equip it, you can pass through the shield grave.
You think if you went out there,
Figure
the
out how
one
to
would come
craft
after you?
yourself some clothing.
Oh, for sure.
Mauler outfit won't cut it out
You're
here.
only safe
I
because
dare
it's
you. I
rocks.
dare you to test that theory.
Yeah, go
But I
ahead.
got granite stone now, and I can cut this rock. I told you it's rock cutting simulator. Scan, please.
So you have to scan. And then
right down.
Ugh!
that
was super accurate. I'm so accurate. I did
The sound
it.
effect that you made was perfect, though. That's exactly what Arnold Schwarzenegger would have sounded like if he actually would have did it.
Oh, they could have had him voice this. Yo, get to the chopper. We have to get out of here.
Of course, it's rock.
We only need the leader. This is like my childhood. That worm can't beat me in an arm wrestling match.
He'd be
I
proud of us.
can research.
No, this is a great time to
This.
pick your fit. Makeshift clothing.
That's right. I can make shift clothing.
You
Craft
literally
a
need to
full
do this
set.
right now?
Alright.
Yeah, I guess so.
Research crafting.
For the plot.
Alright, we're gonna go up. We're gonna craft this one.
It's gonna look better.
Oh, it gives you some. So it says stash stamina. Like it helps. I said stash
Oh, whoa. Apparently I can craft max.
Stash damage. I told you your brain is at Bitcoin. I told you. Get it.
It's also, it's
I
like a
guess
trail. It's
I
like a
guess I
trail.
can cut
It's
these
like a
with
trap.
oh, what's
What's up in here?
it's just a wall.
It's just random. It's like an office building. Just
Yeah.
sitting in the middle of the dune.
Alright.
Okay. gonna be
I think he's cross-eyed. I really do.
Oh man.
That's
You didn't even get nothing. Did you break it for
It apparently
just
broke it
going to
earlier.
your insert?
And that one worked, okay?
that looked more professional.
It's the joystick. If mouse and keyboard,
Sure.
no problem. No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, for
you know.
sure. Yeah, I want to see what an interaction with the worm looks like.
I don't.
Let's do it real quick.
I don't.
Yeah, let's see if we can find it.
See, I'll try not to kill my character.
Nah, man. That's why you have the respawn beacon.
But
All right,
don't you
worm.
want to be able to say you never had to use the respawn beacon before?
Nah, I want to see how
So
many
just-
times I get eaten by the worm.
Like, how many different death animations are there in this game?
It's crazy.
You know what? You're gonna probably die of dehydration before the worm even gets to you.
Oh no, it's showing the little. Oh, I ran out of thumpies. It's supposed to be the worm indicator or something worse.
I don't think that's working.
Well, it was orange though. It was making a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your dude's throat is parched. The closer
Come
the
on,
worm is,
wormy.
the more sensitive it is. The vibrations take them up most.
Here we go.
Where?
See the
red.
thing?
Oh, snaps.
The lines are showing
I
it.
would probably just start running now.
I'm just trying to see where he is.
But yeah, I figured
Go up
running.
on the hill.
might-
Go up on the hill.
Oh, I see dust over there.
Just live. This game. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
I think I found the worm.
Snap. He just stood there like, just, eat me. Yo, but you lost the backpack.
That's insane though. How Buddy was already like just coming at you like that.
With arms wide open.
Yeah.
You see, I like how the biggest text is your backpack was lost. Like that's the most tragic part about dying.
Right.
I mean, that's probably like all your stuff.
It is.
Hard.
And so that's what it'll do. So if you have a respawn beacon, I imagine you get to pick where you respawn.
The worm about to come get us
You
now.
bet-
Yeah, for sure.
It's all up in here. So I imagine you get the respawn beacon. Otherwise, you got to go back and go to whatever checkpoint
that
it was.
makes
Yeah.
So
Well, yo, hey man, Tyler, thank you so much for coming out, bro, and sharing
No,
your story.
seriously.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Playing some games, Dune Awakening is definitely fire. I can't wait to lock it in.
fun. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
play
we
it.
gotta load up together and play something
We
for
do.
real. Because the wife got it too.
They
so
do
we
have
can play.
PvP too.
Yeah, I know.
So like,
That's
figure
gonna
out a
be
way to
sick.
build
family
up
v
and then-
family,
And then screaming, running away from
With
the big
your
old
friends,
worms
yeah.
gonna be kind of crazy.
or riding the worms as you use the hooks to ride them,
Or that.
like in the movie.
That's gonna
we
be dope
play,
too.
Like ding dong ditching with the worm.
It's gonna be worm
Yeah.
v
play
worm.
freeze
Worm v
tag.
worm.
We
It's
can
gonna be
play freeze
that's the
tag in
bigger
desert.
worm.
Freeze tag in the desert is crazy.
Freeze tag in the desert.
That'd be really good content too.
That would actually be
sure.
sick.
Well, that's about it. Yo, you guys know what time it is, man. Head over to G2A.com.
Yes.
We have all the amazing games right there for you, like Dune Awakening and many others.
Absolutely.
And like, share, subscribe, because we got some amazing episodes coming up soon as well.
Make sure you comment.
Yup, and we also have a surprise coming in the next episode as well, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that.
Bigger than me.
And we will catch you on the next one.
All right.
Later.
Bye.